Hey guys, it's Alex here, and I'm back with Afan Lido for our Season 15 review. After that disappointment of our Champions League semi-final results, we can sort of just go over the rest of the season from a February point. But we have done very well this year compared to last year, I guess. Couldn't get into the Euro Cup final. Now we're in the Champions League semis, so pretty good there. But we'll get straight into the fixtures. Our goal scoring wasn't, I guess, as prolific as it was in the first half of the season. It was pretty good. We've definitely had our best season ever in the league, I'd say. So we did start off the league with a 4-1 win over Haverfordwest, which is a good start again. Barakis, Angelopoulos, Diarra and Bamba. A 3-0 win over Bangor, followed by a 4-0 win over TNS, which was pretty good. Then we had that 4-0 win over Newcastle, getting our sweet, sweet revenge, which sadly we weren't able to do when we actually had them in the final. Then we had a 6-1 win over Porthmadog in the Welsh Cup quarter-final. Slavica with a hat-trick and Bamba with two. Galabov with the other goal. A small 2-0 win against Tonpentra, Vieira and Santa Maria. 4-0 win over Convy. 5-1 over Haverfordwest, Slavic with two, Bar with two. That 1-0 win over Newcastle. Then we had 4-0 over Bangor, Rosaluin, Alexander Jurcevic and Veselinovic with two. Then we had the two games versus AC Milan, the 3-2 win, Bamba getting both those goals and an own goal. And then the 1-1, Vince Diarra with that last minute, last gasp winner actually there. Then we had Holyhead in the World Cup semi-final. It was a 5-0 win. Veselinovic with another two, very good for a defender, and then another 5-0 win over TNS. Even with a man sent off for 30 minutes, we still were able to dominate, being 4-0 up at half time. Then Bamba capping it off right towards the end there. And then a 3-0 win over Conwy. David Owen, Nunes Barr, and Vincent Diarra. Then we had the two semi-final results, the 1-0 loss and then a 3-1 loss, but not too worried about that. PSG are a very, very good side. If we look at the Champions League, actually, and who won it, it was not PSG, it was PSG who were the losers. Real Madrid won in the final. They beat them 1-0. If we load this from an O'Dare goal after they missed the penalty. And PSG dominated. So I didn't know that, but that's unfortunate for PSG because we could have said we got beaten by the winners, but unfortunately we got beaten by the runners-up. Then our last league game was another 2-0 win over Tonpentra, Bamba and Kovacic with goals, and then to cap it all off, another good 5-0 win over TNS in the World Cup final. Santa Maria, Ross, Kovacic, Bamba and Diarra with the goals. So you could say it's been a very, very, very good sort of year this year. I think if we look in the Welsh Cup, we've broken the record for most goals in the tournament. There's most team goals 20. Oh, that was last year actually. We didn't break it this year somehow, but we did get a lot of goals. Look at that. Bamba with 7, Slavic with 5, Bamba with a great average rating, assists all of our players there. So very good in that sense. And if we look at the league, we absolutely smashed the league. Oh, season preview stage. Look at that. 32 wins out of 32, 152 goals, and 10 goals against, 142 goal difference. That's insane. Like, I can't believe we scored 152 goals. There's nearly an average 5 goals a game. So pretty good. And seeing it's funny, we scored 22 against TNS and 22 against Barry, but a 14-0 and an 8-0 did help out because we played TNS like 4 times, but we played Barry only twice. But that is still absolutely ridiculous. Like if we look at the player stats of this season, we had 2 players in the average rating, 2 players above an 8. We didn't actually have the top scorers, but we had 2 up there. We had the top assist or top 2 assists, but overall we just dominated. If we look at the awards for this year, Manager of the Year went to me again. It's just a bit of a shock if it isn't me this time. 100% win ratio, which is pretty good. And then if we go into Player of the Year, it was actually Eunice Barr. He, don't know, it was a bit odd this one. 18 appearances, 11 goals, 13 assists. A great showing by him. 22 voting points, average rating of 8.06. Got less voting points than last year, but still won it. So that's pretty good there. Team of the season somehow does not include Eunice Barr. Anthony Phillips, he had a good season, 11 goals and 25 appearances, but I don't understand the player of the season can't get in the team of the season. shouldn't it be a given if you're a player of the season, you should be in the team of the season? Anyways, we did get 5 players in. Scantlebury in goal, Kelly right back, Barakis left back, DR and Ross Lewin in centre mids. We do have a former player lining up in this, Paul J. Morris, a young centre back we let go a long time ago to Rill, and he's made his way up there. So props to him. I'm starting to see a lot more of my youngsters come through, like the ones with the little star. They just sort of are popping up in lots of different teams, so that's quite good there. And then if we look at top goal scorer, obviously went to Matthew Lynch of Conwy, 18 years old, very good player. Probably going to get snatched up by TNS or sort of one of the bigger guys other than Conwy. Slavica was second with 23 goals, which is very good in 25 games. And then young player of the year went to Aaron Davies of TNS. He got 11 in 22, so not too bad for him. If we actually look at our squad, it is pretty insane. Bamba with 44 goals in 32 games. Slavica, 34 goals in 36 games with 27 assists and an 8.19 average rating. One of the best seasons I think I've had from a player. Leo Fuentes, just going to say, I'm an update on our loan players. When he played for Werder Bremen, he had a fantastic season for them. He's actually got some Colombia call-ups. He got 27 goals in 38 appearances. That's the second year in a row in the Bundesliga he's got plus 20 goals. So I really, really, really hope he gets to work for him, because otherwise it's just going to sell him on. It's going to be so disappointing. Then Dom Čanić, 23 goals as well. It's 4 players over 20 goals and 18 assists. Vieira, 15 goals and 19 assists. Diarra got 15 goals as well with 12 assists. Bar got 12 goals and 17 assists, and Santamaria got 10 goals and 5 assists. But it's pretty insane how well they did this year, and the values are starting to rise a lot, which is very nice to see. I think if we look in our under 19s, we had our youth intake again, and we didn't really get anyone of any sort of notability. Stefan Hill is the best sort of rated. Jordan Lewis, I guess, as well. I think, was he this year? This year or last year, I think. But yeah, no one really to speak of this year, which is quite unfortunate. I guess it comes around. We get a centre back every 4 or 5 years, maybe it seems. But I don't know. It's been good. Our reserves as well. First in the reserves league. Just want to show you this now as well. They just dominate the reserves league. And the under 19s, naturally, we don't win it. We lose it on goal difference. But the under 19s don't really have anyone of note in it. If you look at the under 19s compared to the reserves have a lot better players in there. So yeah, I think generally that's everything with the league this year. If we look at our financial situation and sort of board wise, we're getting new training facilities and new youth facilities. 18 million in the bank, which is good. And just carrying on, I guess. Next year, aiming for those semi-finals again, maybe even the finals, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be back next year for season 16, and I'll see you guys later.